Hi, everybody. Happy fall. Today is October 13th, 2023. A few updates. I've been following the news almost to the detriment of my mental health. So I wanted to get on here live from my closet. I've moved some recording equipment in here because I thought, well, maybe I'll post a video every day in here because this is where I put on my makeup and it'll just be easier just to hit play. So if you're new here, I'm Dr. Andrea O'Connor, and here's some updates. So before we get into some of the more depressing stuff, I didn't work today, so I've got some casual stuff on today, and I'm hoping to kind of attack my closet today. Maybe over time you'll see kind of the progress going on each day. And then I cut my hair. I mean, this week has been crazy watching the news, right? So I think I started it last Friday, to be honest. But I had some videos putting more dark in it, and then I just went all dark, and then it just wasn't working. So yeah, Gina, I know. I told you I wouldn't cut my hair, and I cut my hair. So if you look at some previous videos, I show how I cut my hair. I just kind of pull it out and I cut up. But because I still think it's too like mushroomy right here, I'm going to go back and trim it and cut it a little bit more. And as I do that, I will do the video on that so you can see exactly how I do it. I have very thin, fine hair. So those of you that watch my channel, you'll see again, like kind of how I'm doing it. And then I used that L'Oreal Blonde de Seams and I just put it all over to get this lighter look. So that's my hair update. And then just kind of getting through this week. I don't know how you guys are getting it. Please comment below how you're getting through this week. I am just looking at the world right now of good and evil. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And what side are you going to choose? In my mind, how I'm getting through this, because I cannot sleep at night. I've had anxiety. I have survivor's guilt. And like my mother gave me good advice and said, stop watching the news. And it's weird. I feel like I have almost a duty to witness. Whatever atrocities some of these families and innocents went through, I feel like there needs to be witnesses to it. And I know millions of people are watching the news. I'm not making any difference watching the news. But I feel like I have a duty to be the witness of what's going on. I'm not letting my son see that stuff. I don't think he needs to be exposed to all that at his young age. That's my thoughts on that. But really how to get through things, it does come down to the simple things. What are you going to choose? You've got to choose a side, good or evil. And that's it. It doesn't matter what your political stance is, what country you're siding with, what's your religion. Doesn't it come down to good and evil? And if you're really honest with yourself, if you're choosing good, okay, what does goodness mean? Like for me, it means, I'll take it from the medical viewpoint. Do no harm, be truthful, have values, don't lie, right? That's all good, right? Am I going to lie to a patient and say this shot or this medication is safe and effective when I don't know for sure if it is? Nope, I'm not, and I didn't. Am I going to say this medication is perfectly safe? And yeah. No, I'm going to admit when I don't know something and I need to look it up and read about it. Like, I don't know everything. So that would be good, right? That's choosing the side of good. Evil, in my opinion, would be like, oh, this medication is very safe. It's going to be fine. And when I know I don't know that, but I'm saying that because, I don't know, maybe a company paid me a lot of money to be on their board. And it would behoove me to say that their medication is safe when I don't really know if that's the case. So that would be evil, right? Because you're going to potentially harm someone else because you'll make money. That's on the side of evil, right? I mean, there's a spectrum of evil. There's a spectrum of good, right? Not killing an ant, that's good. Killing a scorpion, is that good? I mean, honestly, it's probably not good, but and I am just a human. I have no mercy for scorpions. For those of you who have been stung by a scorpion, I'm here in Arizona. I've been stung twice. My husband's been stung twice. My older son once. My younger son not yet. But yeah, no mercy for the scorpions. Nope. I'm not going to kill them, in the desert. But when they're in my house, yeah. That's a whole nother topic, by the way, how we deal with scorpions here in my neighborhood, my house, Arizona. But yeah, so choosing good. So how about making someone feel comfortable, safe, happy, secure, instead of scared, fearful, causing illness. You could go on and on. Like, right? So that would be bad. Bad can equate to evil. Again, there's a spectrum of evil, right? I guess some would argue killing a scorpion is evil. And I guess that's right. But on the spectrum, when I think about, well, is the scorpion good or evil? I'm going with evil because, hey, I didn't do anything to you and you just come along and sting me. Like, nah. I know it's stretching it, but that's just kind of, I mean, if you're not going to have a sense of humor, like, then we're all doomed. So that's the stance I'm taking. I'm trying to stay light. I'm choosing to be on the side of good and come from that place with everyone. If you're going to have a debate with someone or an argument with someone, I mean, really think about, okay, I understand your point. I understand what's good. I understand what's bad. Because I think we all have common ground when we're discussing good versus evil. Now, I know that there's people with mental illness or people that were raised maybe from birth, like, hey, we do these things and this is good, when really the rest of the world recognizes that as not good. So, for example, in our Western civilization, I would hope most of the world, thou shalt not kill, right? That's a Judeo-Christian belief and value in this country. It's against the law, right? Thou shalt not kill. That's considered bad. It's considered evil. Now, remember I said there's a spectrum. So some people believe capital punishment is an accepted thing. Well, that is killing someone. So then you have to kind of wrestle with yourself. Well, if I'm on the side of good, am I always on the side of good? Yet, if you're like, well, okay, then they can go to prison for the rest of their life, so that would be good. Yet, the person going to prison for the rest of their life, now they get to watch TV, watch movies, read books, when they murdered a 6-year-old. That 6-year-old has no life now, so, like, what's fair? But I think it can make things so much easier when you just take it back to good versus evil. I think it's so much easier to make decisions from that standpoint. I think it just clears up everything. So if we're going to say Hitler was bad, did some bad things, right? Atrocities, horrors, right? What side would he choose? Good or evil? I mean, maybe in his twisted mind, he thought what he was doing was good. But if he was honest with himself and had, the insight. But, honestly, sometimes I think that people may just be evil. That's kind of a scary thought, right? We like to project onto others what we are. Because we're good, we have morals and values. We assume everyone else comes from that point of view. So if someone was raised, like I get back to, if someone was raised their whole life to believe, well, it's okay to kill others if they don't have your same religion or viewpoint, and they were raised to believe that was good, I feel for them because they may not know, well, that's not good, So I guess it's a philosophical debate too. What is good versus evil? But in my mind, good is do no harm, and you can take it a step further. What would love and light do? Are you showing love to that person? Forgiveness, kindness, community. I was reading something too about, what would certain religions, like in Christianity, Jesus said to love your enemies. And I was thinking about, like, how hard would that be? I know I'm going off on a tangent talking about all that stuff because I came to do a hair update and clean out my closet update. But I feel like this week's been so crazy. I just have to share this. But anyway, when he was saying, try to love your enemy and then go from there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if my enemy killed my family or took my family hostage, I don't know how I could turn around and love my enemy. I don't know. I don't think I could. And I admit it, and I'm just human. I don't think I could. There's a lot I could forgive, and I try to be a loving, forgiving, good person, but I think everyone has their line in the sand. So yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, So I just go back to good versus evil. I think that's a simple way to go about it. But anyway, I discussed that already. I think I did. Talked about giving you daily updates of the new prescriptions I am starting. I will talk about that more tomorrow on tomorrow's video. And the weight loss, I'll talk about that in tomorrow's video. But that's the update from today. And I would really like to hear your comments about kind of how you've been getting through this week. Thanks for being here.